the ultimate Stoic guide to handling disrespect like a king. Imagine for a moment you walk through life with unshakable peace, no matter the storms that rage around you. Picture yourself facing disrespect, criticism, and adversity, yet remaining calm, centered, and unbothered. What if I told you that this power lies within you, waiting to be awakened? Today I'm going to share with you timeless wisdom that can transform how you handle life's challenges, leading you to a place of true happiness, freedom, and strength. Stay with me, because the secrets I'm about to reveal will empower you to live a life of peace and purpose, no matter what. Number 1. Emotional control, the power to choose your response. In the fast-paced world we live in, it's easy to get caught up in the rush of emotions when faced with disrespect or criticism. Think about it. How many times have you let an insult or a negative comment ruin your day, even when you knew deep down it didn't truly matter? It's a common reaction, but here's the key: you don't have to react that way. Every time you are disrespected, the first step is to recognize that you are in control of how you respond. It's not the event itself that defines you, but how you decide to meet it. When someone disrespects you, they've simply thrown a stone, but it's up to you to choose whether to let that stone break your peace or skip harmlessly across the water of your calm mind. Imagine for a moment, how often do you find yourself emotionally drained because you let others dictate your feelings? The key to living a life of happiness, fulfillment, and inner peace is realizing that your emotional state is not dependent on other people's action. True power lies in your ability to maintain control of your emotions, no matter the chaos around you. When you cultivate emotional control, you free yourself from the shackles of negativity and external circumstances. You create space for happiness because you are no longer giving away your peace to those who don't deserve it. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a deep breath and pause. Let that pause be your moment of choice. Will you let the disrespect define you, or will you rise above it with grace? Happiness begins when you take back control over how you respond to the world around you. You have the power. Choose wisely. Number 2, view disrespect as an opportunity for growth. Let's be real for a moment. Disrespect is something we all face, whether in personal relationships, at work, or even in public spaces. The natural response might be to feel hurt, angry, or frustrated. But what if I told you that every instance of disrespect is not a setback, but rather a stepping stone, a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient? When someone disrespects you, it's not a reflection of your worth, it's a reflection of theirs. Their behavior comes from their own place of struggle, insecurity, or misunderstanding. When you can shift your mindset and see this moment as an opportunity for growth, you no longer allow it to define you. Instead, you rise above it. Imagine the power of viewing every insult, every criticism, and every act of disrespect as a mirror. Not a mirror that reflects your flaws, but one that shows you an opportunity to develop your character. This is the wisdom of growth. Learning to see every challenge as a chance to evolve. Instead of shrinking back into hurt or bitterness, you can choose to rise, expand, and strengthen your emotional resilience. When you adopt this perspective, you begin to realize that disrespect, though uncomfortable, is not something to fear or resent. It is simply an external event that has no lasting power over your happiness, unless you let it. You can choose to learn from the situation, to ask yourself what it reveals about the person who disrespects you, and more importantly, what it reveals about you. You're not just reacting to a situation, you are actively shaping your character, cultivating your strength, and laying the foundation for deeper happiness. Every moment of disrespect can become an opportunity to reflect, grow, and ultimately shine brighter. Number 3, understand that you control your response. In a world that constantly throws challenges our way, one of the most empowering truths you can embrace is this: you are the master of your response. The situations you face, the people you encounter, and the disrespect you may endure, all of these are outside your control. But your reaction? That's entirely within your grasp. Take a moment to think about it. How often have you let someone else's words or actions determine your emotional state? You've probably felt frustrated, hurt, or even angry, all because of something someone else did. But here's the game changer. You don't have to let others dictate how you feel. Your peace, your happiness, and your emotional state are yours to protect. Imagine the relief that comes with understanding this power. When you stop reacting impulsively, when you pause and think before responding, you realize how much control you truly have. Disrespect can only affect you if you allow it to. When someone disrespects you, it's not a reflection of who you are. It's simply their behavior. You have the freedom to decide how to interpret and react to it. Will you choose to let it bother you, or will you choose to maintain your calm, your dignity, and your happiness? This doesn't mean you ignore your feelings. It means you choose to respond in a way that aligns with your values, not in a way that lets external events control your inner peace. You are not a victim of life's circumstances. You are the architect of your emotional experience. By mastering this skill, you unlock a deeper, more enduring form of happiness. You become someone who is unaffected by external negativity, someone who can move through life with grace, resilience, and peace. And in doing so, you build a life that is truly yours, one that no one can take from you. Number 4. Detach from the need for approval. In the quest for happiness and fulfillment, one of the greatest sources of stress and frustration is the constant need for approval from others. Whether it's from colleagues, friends, or even family, we often find ourselves seeking validation, trying to be accepted, liked, or admired. But here's the harsh truth. Relying on others for your sense of worth is a surefire way to undermine your happiness. Think about it. How many times have you felt disappointed or upset because someone didn't acknowledge your worth or didn't validate your choices? We all do it. We seek confirmation from the outside world to feel good about ourselves. But here's the question. Why let someone else's opinion of you determine how you feel? The key to living a life of true happiness is learning to detach from this need for external validation. Imagine the freedom that comes when you stop seeking approval and start relying on your own sense of self-worth. You no longer need to explain yourself, justify your actions, or wait for someone to tell you that you're enough. You know, deep within, that you are enough, just as you are. When you detach from the need for approval, you step into your own power. You no longer give others the keys to your happiness. Your worth is not determined by how many likes you get on social media or whether someone gives you a compliment. It's determined by the values you hold, the integrity you live by, and the person you choose to be. This shift in mindset allows you to live authentically, without fear of judgment or rejection. You embrace your uniqueness and walk through life with confidence, knowing that the only opinion that truly matters is your own. When you no longer need approval, you unlock a profound sense of freedom and happiness. Number 5. The impermanence of disrespect. We all face moments where we are disrespected, a harsh word, a thoughtless action, or even an outright insult. In those moments, it's easy to get caught up in the immediate pain, frustration, or anger. But here's a powerful truth that can transform your experience. Disrespect is temporary. The moment of disrespect will eventually pass, but how long it impacts you is entirely up to you. Let that sink in. The hurt you feel when someone disrespects you is fleeting. The sting may be sharp, but it doesn't need to last. Too often we allow disrespect to linger in our minds, replaying the event over and over, allowing it to control our emotions and our happiness long after the incident has passed. But why hold on to something that is gone? In those moments, take a deep breath and remind yourself, this too shall pass. The frustration, the sting, and the negative feelings will fade with time. By recognizing the impermanence of these moments, you can let go of the emotional weight that comes with them. You don't have to let the actions of others define your mood, your day, or your happiness. Think of it this way. If you were to hold on to every disrespectful word or action, you would carry a burden throughout your life, constantly weighed down by things that no longer matter. But when you realize the impermanence of it all, you free yourself. You reclaim your power, your peace, and your happiness. The key to a fulfilling life is not letting moments of disrespect have lasting power over you. When you understand that such moments are temporary, you can let go, move on, and focus on what truly matters: your inner peace, your happiness, and your ability to rise above. Number 6. Respond with wisdom and calmness. In a world where emotions often run high, responding with wisdom and calmness is a superpower that can transform the way you navigate disrespect and adversity. When faced with disrespect, the natural instinct might be to react quickly, to defend yourself, or to lash out in anger. But let me ask you this: how often does reacting impulsively lead to anything positive? How often does it bring you happiness or peace? The true strength comes from choosing to respond, not react. Responding with wisdom means taking a step back, pausing, and considering your options before speaking or acting. In that moment of pause, you gain control. Control over your emotions, your behavior, and ultimately, your happiness. You stop being at the mercy of the situation, and instead, you dictate your response. This ability to remain calm and measured in the face of disrespect doesn't mean you are weak or indifferent. Quite the opposite. It means you are strong enough to not let the words or actions of others disturb your peace. It means you understand that true power lies in the ability to maintain your composure, to think clearly, and to respond from a place of wisdom. Imagine how liberating it would feel to approach every challenge with this level of calmness. No longer do you waste energy in heated reactions that only bring more negativity. Instead, you approach the situation with clarity, with dignity, and with the understanding that your peace is far more important than any temporary insult. When you respond wisely, you not only preserve your own happiness, but you also set a powerful example for others. In a world full of chaos and conflict, the person who can stay calm and respond with wisdom stands out as a beacon of strength, peace, and true emotional intelligence. Number 7. Focus on what is within your control. Life is full of uncontrollable moments, the unexpected challenges, the actions of others, and the circumstances that seem to have no regard for your plans. But here's a powerful truth: you cannot control everything, but you can always control your response. This simple yet profound realization is the key to unlocking a life of peace, power, and lasting happiness. Think about it. How many times have you stressed over situations beyond your control? You may have worried about how others perceive you or felt frustrated because someone disrespected you. The more you focus on things you can't change, the more you drain your energy and happiness. But the secret to living with true emotional freedom lies in directing your attention and energy toward what you can control: your thoughts, your actions, and your responses. By focusing only on what is within your control, you free yourself from the heavy burden of external expectations and judgments. The reality is that you can't control how others treat you, but you can always control how you react. Will you let their disrespect define your mood? Will you let their negativity rob you of your peace? Or will you choose to rise above, letting their actions have no power over you? When you begin to focus solely on your own actions and responses, you take back your power. You shift your energy from frustration to empowerment, from helplessness to confidence. You stop giving your happiness away to others and start creating it from within. This shift doesn't just make you more resilient, it also makes you wiser. The less you dwell on things beyond your control, the more room you create for clarity, growth, and happiness. The life you desire, full of peace, fulfillment, and joy, begins when you focus on what you can control, and let go of the rest. The true path to handling disrespect with strength and wisdom lies in mastering our responses. By embracing emotional control, viewing disrespect as an opportunity for growth, detaching from the need for approval, recognizing the impermanence of negative moments, responding with calmness and wisdom, and focusing on what we can control, we become the architects of our own happiness. Life is full of challenges, but with these principles you have the power to rise above them and live a life of peace and fulfillment. Good luck on your journey, and thank you for your time today. Stay wise, stay strong.